This is exactly how you can create a YouTube killer intro so good your viewers become addicted. Watch this video closely because this is the exact strategy the most entertaining YouTubers use to keep you hooked throughout the video. I studied 4 of the most popular YouTubers and broke down their exact intro strategy. And honestly, you would be surprised at how many people are actually using this. I'll be giving you this exact framework so you can use this in your own videos, and it's done in 4 simple steps. Step 1 is to create the thumbnail and title before even doing any filming or scripting whatsoever. It doesn't have to be an elaborate masterpiece of a thumbnail, but just make sure that it spikes interest. This is because every aspect of the video needs to live up to the thumbnail. Just think about it from the viewer's perspective. They first look at the thumbnail and title, and then they make their decision throughout the video if it actually lived up to that. Otherwise, they're just gonna click off. If you clicked on a video in the first 30 seconds and it wasn't the same as the thumbnail and title, why would you stay around for the rest? So I'm gonna be going over 4 thumbnails and titles from these popular YouTubers. Reason I picked these is because you have totally different opposite sides of the YouTube spectrum. You have Mark Rober and Alex Hormozi doing, Alex Hormozi does business, Mark Rober does like educational, entertaining, and then Eric and Ryan Trahan, they both do more just entertaining videos. And I wanna really show that no matter the niche, a lot of people do this, unless it's like vlogs. And even those I do find, they're not getting as many views as say Mr. Beast or these entertaining videos. And that's for the exact fact that it's a vlog and it's not as structured and scripted as these videos are. So first off, you can kind of see Eric. So we're gonna start with him. You can see this thumbnail right here. And I mean, this is the first thing you see. You're gonna see this car here. You're gonna see the arrow. And you're gonna see, I convinced strangers they had superpowers. This is exactly what this is telling you right here. It spikes your interest. You're like, how is he lifting that car? Now we're gonna go up to the next one, which is Ryan Trahan. As you can see, I stayed in secret hotels. And right here, he's got secret in the thumbnail and he's got him lifting his head out of there. Very interesting. It's gonna make you wanna click on the video. Got Alex Hormozi here, same thing. Brutally honest advice for men to win in their 20s. Wake the up. So you can tell this is also gonna spike your interest. I'm just showing these right here. You can see Mark Rober, thumbnail super interesting. Not only that, world's largest jello pool, can you swim in jello? This is the exact title and thumbnail. Like when you click on it, you understand, okay, this is what's gonna go on in the video. If I don't see this in the first 30 seconds, like it's just clickbait and people do not want to be, pretty much tricked into clicking on the video. The biggest bottleneck I see for channels is the ideation phase, and you really don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to creating videos or ideas in the first place. As Mr. Beast has said in podcasts, just take somebody else's idea and make it 1,000 times better. So if you're lost and you really want some ideas, just go look on YouTube, search it in the search bar of an idea you have, see somebody's videos and just make it 1,000 times better. So while we're talking about the importance of titles and thumbnails, I wanna bring up that I will create you a free title and thumbnail, completely free, 0 payments. All you have to do is go click the first pinned comment I have and you can enter there. You may ask, why am I even offering this? Well, the thing is, I really want to help you kickstart your first video. This is exactly what I do for my clients. And if you have the title and thumbnail, most likely, you're already ready to go ahead and film and script out the rest of the video. So if you want a free thumbnail and title, just go find that pinned comment below, enter a few details there, and I'm going to pick somebody out of everybody who submits. And if you're the only one who submits, you're gonna get it. Next is step 2, and this is the first 5 seconds of the intro. This is setting expectations for the viewer. You won't be saying, hello everyone, my name is Clay, welcome to the video. It's too boring. People wanna get right to the topic immediately. So we're gonna go over the examples real quick with the YouTubers. So starting with Ryan Trahan. So the first 5 seconds he has, as you can see here, the first 5 seconds, sentence matches the title. So this right here, I stayed in secret hotels. The first thing he says is, I know what you're thinking. What exactly is a secret hotel, Ryan? And the first 5 seconds, the visuals for this. So boom, you got him saying it. Then you got him talking about it for a split second. Text is on the screen. You got this just showing all the locations. And then this hidden hotel frame right here. This is the exact similarity with the thumbnail. And this is very strange because I actually found this is very typical with YouTubers. What they do, they make the thumbnail very similar to a frame in the first 5 seconds. And now you may think I'm lying, but I'm about to show you the other examples, and it's really strange how this works. YouTube is much more of a strategic game than you think. So as you can see here, obviously he made the thumbnail, very similar, hidden hotel right there. It's just, it's very interesting. So now we're gonna go over to Alex Hormozi, and you're like, okay, he does business. Why would he do this? Okay, so his intro is obviously shorter because he's doing educational content. He wants to get right into it. In the first 3 seconds, sentence matches the title. Brutally honest advice for men to win in their 20s. The exact thing he says. This is brutally honest advice for men to win in their 20s. The exact title. And then the visuals, he says it again. You know, it's a visual and it's a narration, or like him talking. So this is honest advice for men to win in their 20s. And the crazy thing is, you see this thumbnail here, it's the exact framing setup for this thumbnail here. Now I know he does split testing, so I assume, you know, it's very strange. I assume, you know, he had a version that was even similar with the text, but it's so strange to me how similar this is. You know, he's in the same thirds area of this frame here, same exact there. So it's very interesting. If you don't believe me, we're going to go into another example here. This is with Eric. So I convinced strangers they had superpowers. The first thing he says, what would it be like if you had superpowers? Today I'm going to convince strangers they have superpowers, like super strength. So as you can see again, the first sentence he says matches the title, and the shot matches the thumbnail. As you can see here, this is the exact shot here, and you can see, boom, this matches the thumbnail exactly. Obviously it's more detailed on the thumbnail because this would be a little bit boring if you just showed that. But it just goes to show that you have to meet the video's expectations so the viewers know it was not clickbait. Lastly, we're going to use the Mark Rober example. Mark Rober has a 30-second intro, and in the first 5 seconds, the first thing he says, this is the world's first ever actual pool of Jello. What does his title say? World's largest pool, Jello pool. Can you swim in Jello? Exact thing. And as you can see, the shot matches the thumbnail. Pretty much the whole intro is him in this Jello pool. And even on top of that, with this one, he goes ahead and adds an interest peak right here. So he has him jumping into the Jello pool, but it stops right before he hits. So boom, now you have an open loop and you're waiting to see what happens next. So this really is about to bring me into the next point. And this is the 20 to 25 seconds after, and this is where you really drive the point home. This is exactly how you can do this. You can create an open loop to spike interest, and then also show your credibility and hard work to make this video possible. So again, we're gonna start with Ryan Trahan. You can see 20 to 25 seconds after, you're creating an open loop to spike interest. All around the world, there are hidden hotels that most people would never know exist. Boom, he's walking into this secret door here, and he has all the examples of where he's going. Underwater hotel, school hotel, library hotel, bunker hotel. It's all there to spike interest and to create an open loop. So your brain's like, okay, I need to see what happens. I need to see what happens next. And he also added the part to show the effort put into the video. I've located the 3 most secret hotels in America. Boom, right there. Now we're gonna move over to Alex Hormozi. And for him, so overall his intro is very short, it's only 10 seconds, but as you can see, he shows the effort and credibility, he creates an open loop and spikes interest. So he said, now this is more towards credibility, obviously because it's business. He says, I made my first million at 26, I crossed 100 million in net worth at age 31. This is my roadmap for things I learned along the way. You wanna make a reason for them to even watch the video in the first place, so that's why people do that. Now we're gonna go over down to Mark Rober. And as you can see, he creates an open loop to spike interest and shows the effort put into the video. So he says right here, while it may look simple, it's actually a very difficult engineering challenge to pull off this proof. If you Google Jello pool, you will find bad CGI, a handful of videos of people who tried to do this, but it did not work out. So this is showing right now that other people have done this, didn't work, but he's gonna make it work. So this automatically makes you think, okay, I wanna see what happens next. I really wanna see, and then I will say the open loop here, and the effort put into the video and the open loop are extremely powerful. So show the effort put into the video. He says, so today we're going to answer possibly the longest standing question from my childhood. What would it be like to actually belly flop into a pool with Jello? Another open loop. Before we do that, I want to talk about what actually had to go through for the past 6 months to actually pull this off. Boom, credibility, why you should even watch the video. And he actually reiterates these 2 scenes here, creating an open loop where he almost hits the water or the Jello and he pretty much pauses the video. So with him, you have two open loops. You have, you know, answered the longest standing question in my childhood. What would be actually belly flop into a pool with Jello? You want to see that. You want to see if he actually does it in the first place. And you see him, you want to see him jump into the pool. That's like 3 right there. So and I mean, this video got 161 million views. So you wonder why. I mean, he made it so interesting in the beginning. All right, now we have Eric here, 20 to 25 seconds after, Create an open loop to spike interest, show the effort / credibility. So he says, I'm so grateful to have a friend like you. Okay, he's lifting it up, he's putting it down. They get here and then they, whatever, they look at the camera. Here, this is more of an open loop because you want to see, okay, did he actually lift that truck up? And right here, this is the credibility and the effort shown into the video. He says, not just super strength, laser vision, invisibility, the ability to attract the person of your dreams, and the ability to move objects with your mind. So this goes and shows the credibility, all that really took place to even make this video possible. So zooming out, it's quite incredible that, these creators all are using like pretty much the exact framework for the intro. And a lot of people really do this because it works so well, including, big names like Mr. Beast. Lastly is step 4, and this is using specific editing techniques in the intro to make it more interesting. So notice with all these creators that the clip continuously changes every 2 to 3 seconds. That's just to make it really engaging, especially in the intro. I would say having hits and whooshes, sound effects are very important in the intro as well as, having some like quick violin music or something that's going to make them very, very interested and sitting on the edge of their seat. So that was exactly how you can create a killer YouTube intro for your next video. Real quick, in case you have TikTok brain, these are the points that I covered. Create the thumbnails and titles first. The first 5 seconds needs to solidify the thumbnail and title. The rest of the intro needs an open loop to spike curiosity and your credibility. Lastly, you need to change the clip every few seconds with intense audio and sound effects. If you want to run your channel on autopilot, check out my link in bio. And if you want that free thumbnail and title, check the first comment down below.